Hello, and welcome to my playthrough of Orwell. This is the first game. Came out in 2016. It's called Orwell, Keep an Eye on You. And they have a second game as well that came out in 2018. So if this is good, I'll be playing that one as well. It's the publisher is Daedalus Entertainment. Developer is Osmotic Studios. So they have the Orwell, and they also have another game that I'm interested in playing called Closer the Distance. So yeah, I'll read what it says on the Steam page like I usually do. Let's see. It says, Big Brother has arrived and it's you. Investigate the lives of citizens to find those responsible for a series of terror attacks. Information from the internet, personal communication, and private files are all accessible to you. But be warned, the information you supply will have consequences. So yeah, I thought that sounded really interesting, especially with me having played the operator and absolutely loving that game. And I've also played like games like The Root Trees Are Dead and stuff like that, and I really love those kinds of games that are detective and you have to go through stuff and search on the internet and stuff and find information and then relay that. So I'm excited. Really hoping it's gonna be good. Okay, let's create a profile. I always just use Sam. Hmm. Guess this is the closest I'll get. That's all of them. Yep, okay. Excuse me? Entering your email address will allow us to inform you about updates on your Orwell case. Potential new cases and monthly... well, that's cool that you can do that, but I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm aware that my actions might severely impact the lives of citizens of the nation. I will work thoroughly and judge objectively to the best of my belief. While working, I will adhere to the law and jurisdictions of the nation. That's scary. I don't want to click that. Thank you for ensuring the safety of the nation's people. Your registration is now complete. Ooh, Freedom Plaza, April 12th, 2017. So they made a game set in the future, because it came out in 2016. Police record found. Why is this place so heavily surveillanced? I mean, it's called Freedom Plaza, but... Oh, shit. Damn. Episode 1, the clocks were striking 13. April 13th. You're online, good. Symes. Call me Symes. I will be your advisor on Orwell. Together we will form both the first and the last line of defense against terrorism. For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances, selected from thousands of applications from across the globe. Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from that footage, there has been an incident. So let's get started. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access, and to highlight when there is new information to be investigated. First, I want you to be informed of the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Okay. Headlines. Oh, I have to double click. Damn. Can I move the... No? Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown persons file once you're done. Okay. It's a good day to fall in love. Singular. Bomb obliterates Freedom Memorial and kills 3. Bonton explosion destroys the Freedom Memorial in Bonton. 3 people killed, 5 severely injured. Authorities receive strange letter. Detonation destroys, 3 people killed, mysterious letter. It obliterated the Freedom Memorial. At approximately 7:50 p.m. on Wednesday evening, an explosion device detonated at the Freedom Plaza in Bonton. According to the official police reports, 3 people were killed and at least 5 bystanders were severely wounded. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completely destroyed. Police forces closed off the area immediately. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive device was homemade and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Police reports also confirmed that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song Die Gedanken sind frei, the thoughts are free, had reached local authorities. Prime Minister Blaine immediately issued a public press statement firmly condemning the assault and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. Negotiation in Triflith failed. Pargesian president aborts a negotiation with opposition. Violent riots in Triflith. Blaine encourages renewal. Peace negotiation in the riot-ridden Pargesian capital city Triflith have been aborted without any result last night. Independent sources report that President Kassart abruptly cut off communication with opposition representatives as the latter presented a tangible plan for the organization of re-elections. The news about the premature cancellation of the negotiations caused thousands of people to resume demonstrations in the capital. It has been reported that demonstrators wearing hoods threw incendiary material into shop windows and onto cars. The police struggles to keep the situation under control. Prime Minister Blaine stated his worries about the negative developments regarding the political situation of the neighboring country and has requested both sides to resume diplomatic discussions. Also, I'm so sorry if I fumble my words more than regular. I haven't gotten the best of sleep, and I started off with a headache. I took some pain meds and got something to drink, so that's definitely helping. Movie shooting completed. Shooting of the Grey Shadow saga was finalized. Third part of the saga to hit movie theaters next Valentine's Day. Written and directed by Sumishi Aran. Rhubarb Productions. Hillberry. After a lengthy shoot in the hills of Bonton, self-proclaimed visionary director Sumishi Aran announced that filming of his eagerly awaited romantic drama, 100 Grey Shadows, has finally come to an end. Announced via his Timelines profile yesterday, the brash director said he was eager to begin post-production and the final editing stages before the conclusion to the Grey Shadow series would hit the cinemas on Valentine's Day next year. The third and final chapter in the Grey Shadow saga. Also, is this supposed to be something like 50 Shades of Grey or something? Previously released being a Grey Shadow and another Grey Shadow. This has to be making fun of 50 Shades, right? Was announced to be released almost 4 years ago, but was postponed numerous times due to production problems. Fans have speculated that this was largely due to the breakdown of Hollywood power couple Betty Avon and Mike McDeal, who have had long-lasting quarrels during the filming as a result. One production hand was reported to say that these spats were getting out of control, and that the completion of any scene featuring both actors was nothing short of pulling teeth. When we reached out to Rhubarb Productions to get a comment, they declined the rumors and claimed to be mere speculations. Okay. Unknown person. Data. Oh, the profiler holds all known information on those we investigate. The file you have opened is for our main suspect. The blue-haired woman that the CCTV footage shows before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at the arrest record. Okay. Date of birth, address, occupation, seek. Where do I... Oh, here, okay. Watergate, Cassandra Watergate. The highlighted elements in the record are pieces of data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. However, hovering over data chunks will reveal their relevance to the case and any connections or information it may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into a profile to upload them to our servers. Okay. And her name. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify a person. Information in documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Okay, let me read that again. Information in documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Okay. Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest that has been unlocked. We will need this info to progress. Assault on a police officer, that's not good. Okay. Good. With the data you extracted from the police record, a new document can now be accessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? Not really, but it does happen. It's not really about believing in coincidence or not, because coincidences does happen. Sometimes just wild coincidences can happen. So, like, yeah, it happens. I do not find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you will see what I mean. Did she attack him at the plaza? So her arrest date is July 10th, 2016. Arresting officer is Lloyd Duncan. Suspect was arrested on site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated immediately. Are you sure she's the one who assaulted him then? There was several people there. Huh. And she probably didn't mean it, and if she did it, she might not have meant to. It might have hit him when it wasn't meant to. Okay. Woman allegedly injured a police officer 2 weeks ago, remains in custody. Trial scheduled for August. Cassandra W., simple protester or anti-governmental terrorist. The case that keeps the media and the public guessing. Cassandra W., who had allegedly injured a police officer severely 2 weeks ago, is still being held in police custody. The young woman is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. The incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza as part of a demonstration against the newest amendment to the government's model project, the Safety Bill. The exact same location as the assault, then she turns up there right before the explosion? Surely not a coincidence. You don't know that? I mean, how big is this city? She could have just been moving through to get to the bus stop for her next destination. As you know, Miss Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Sorry. Protest at the Freedom Plaza. Due to the chaotic nature of the scene, police have not yet been able to connect the crime to the accused. Cassandra Washington. No, Watergate. Sorry. Watergate, who is an artist by profession, has denied the accusations completely and asked her fans to show their support. A trial has now been scheduled for mid-August. The case received nationwide attention when Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, labeled the alleged perpetrator alongside the other rioters as anti-governmental terrorists. How do you know she did it, though? Like, there's a lot of people here. Could have been any one of them. Oh yes, one who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance. Ah, come on, dude. Oh, son of a bitch. You have extracted all the info I already knew about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators like yourself are the only ones allowed to access the documents of target persons. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Okay, so you only see the stuff I put in here, I guess. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress the case. Okay. Portfolio. Harboring outstanding art. Oh, she's so cute. Can we put that in? Welcome to the port of Cassandra Watergate. I am Cassie, a colorful inhabitant of Wonderland right behind the rainbow. Glad you found me. Finally found the courage to quit my dull day job, focus on my art career, and put my stuff on portfolio. Below you will find a hand-picked selection of my latest work. You can browse through them by clicking on the arrows on the left and right side of the pictures below. See something you like? Why, of course you do, because it's freaking awesome, isn't it? Leave a message on my UTEL account, the Cassie92, and tell me which piece you'd like. I'm gonna make a fine art print and ship it right away to your doorstep. Best thing, free of charge. Now off you go and have fun. Aw, these are cute. My beloved furball Kikiko. Definitely the only family I need. Aww. Makes me think of my babies that's passed away. Yep, that beauty is me. I was never sure about the title though. The businessman man's forgotten daughter. Daughter of entrepreneurs. Oh. Well, I feel like that's not dangerous to put in there. A Christmas present for my darling. This was actually meant to be a private piece, but oh well, I'd have a hard time keeping it to myself. Okay, so she's in a relationship. I feel like that's relevant. You don't want to say that she has a kitty cat? Good, you found a chat handle that will allow us to overhear any conversations on that account. Oh, you can do that? Oh, I don't like that. The listener has now been unlocked. New conversations will appear whenever they are started. Oh. Okay. There's nothing yet, right? Is this really... I feel like this does... This, sure. But this doesn't really... interesting. We should find out what that job was. Well, she's an artist. That's what her job is. Oh. Unknown person. Hey, you. Hey, Jossie. I can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? You got me, Sherlock. I'm in the middle of buying all of Bondon with that platinum card I lifted from your desk. Can't stop me now. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner. Yeah, they made it like, oh, you need to tell them. No, she didn't steal it. They're obviously in a relationship. It doesn't matter. What does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney and all-around badass, have in mind this time? Probably just a business call from one of his favorite clients. Actually, yes, this is exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business, Cassandra. I thought as much. Guess I better pick up shitloads of wine. You'll have to get this client of yours pretty buzzed to handle all that business. Yeah, they're definitely in a relationship. One bottle should be fine. She's a lightweight. Oh, whatever. I guess I should pick up some of those party pills from Big Pharma, aka my parents, then. Okay. Oh, come on. I was only teasing. Speaking of your parents, when are you going to tell them about us? Oh, yeah, maybe. Gotta go now. Text you later. XOXO. Oh. Watergate Pharma entrepreneurs. That does ring a bell. Uh, you now have a profile for a related person. It can be accessed via the profiler. Data chunks will only appear for targeted persons and can only be extracted into their relevant profiles. Well, is he a target? I don't like that. Um, Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicions. Investigation into the malicious injury of a police officer has been dropped due to lack of evidence. Orwell informs me you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Oh? Really? Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the others will become invalid immediately. I'd highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed. Though this is your decision, once the information has been parsed, there is no way to reverse your choice. Okay. So was she already dating him, or did she start dating him after he took her case? Either way, that's problematic. You're not supposed to date your attorney, and attorneys are not supposed to date their clients. Speculated that the accused parents manipulated the trial. The case that has been at the center of media attention for the last month has finally come to an end. Cassandra Watergate was acquitted of the alleged assault against a police officer before the trial took place, with the case being closed due to lack of evidence. However, the case might be reopened should new evidence be discovered. The suspect's lawyer, Joseph Langley, pictured above, welcomed this outcome. At no point has there ever been any valid evidence that my client was guilty. At no point at all. The revered defense attorney commented during a post-trial press gathering. The defense successfully brought video evidence depicting the incident in question, which eventually turned the tide of the proceedings. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the result of the lawsuit. They openly voiced the concern that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor. The victim, a father of two young sons, was rushed into hospital after the incident in mid-July, where he is still in an induced coma, unresponsive to treatment. Damn. Also, can I take this picture? No? Oh, maybe I could, but no. Okay, show conflict. The case being closed due to lack of evidence, the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor. What is the conflict? Oh, you mean like that? Okay. I thought you meant that it was conflicting data, as in it told a different story. Well, we don't know if this is true, so how do I go back? There we go. This is what I figured. A pity that CCTV feed did not actually help. Maybe it will today. Okay. Products. Watergate Pharmaceuticals enriches lives with our industry-leading range of products, making an important contribution to your well-being. Metherin Blue, mood-elevating medication. With lemon taste? What the hell? When do you... don't put taste on, like, serious medication. Below you will find a small selection of our most popular products. Cough drops, activating pills against migraines, medication that increases concentration, focusing, medication for the alleviation of arthritic joint pain, antidepressants, all-around painkiller, soothing pills for a good night's rest against occasional sleeping problems. Okay. The name Watergate has been inseparable from progression and improvement of pharmaceutical research for more than 80 years. Watergate Pharmaceuticals is one of the nation's leading companies in the area of medicine, and at the same time is the largest medication exporter to all areas of the world. The business Watergate Pharmaceuticals Inc. has been in the hands of the Watergate family, owning and managing the firm ever since its foundation in 1931. That's a long time. Bruno Watergate, chief executive. Is that her brother, maybe? Because he doesn't look old enough to be her dad. The CEO of Watergate Pharmaceuticals Inc. is Bruno Watergate, grandson of our founder Edgar Watergate. Apart from working in the family business, Mr. Watergate is also the founder of the Central Pharmacy Congress and head of the charity foundation Children of Parges? Dr. Alice Watergate, Head of Research and Development. Dr. Alice Watergate, co-partner of the firm with her husband Bruno, holds a PhD in biology and chemistry. She leads the research and development laboratories here at Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Cassandra Watergate, Jr., CEO of Watergate Pharmaceuticals. So that's what she used to be then. She used to be the COO. Carrying appointed to be CEO of a pharmaceutical company, probably by one of her parents. Being an artist and a junior COO seems quite odd. She also mentioned she had quit a dull job, didn't she? Yeah, so she obviously quit this job to be an artist. And that's probably why she colored her hair as well, because she felt like she could be herself. Because in this kind of environment, you kind of have to, quote-unquote, look professional. Carrying the family traditions to the next generation, Alice's and Bruno's daughter, Cassandra. Okay, so it is their daughter. Ah, now I see, keeping it a family affair. Bruno's daughter Cassandra will soon be joining the executive ranks. Her business acumen and unique flair will write the next chapter of our 85-year-strong legacy. Documents that you have already reviewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you when that happens. Okay, the National Beholder just published a new article. You may want to take a look and see if there's any new information available. Okay, but I kind of want to... Yeah, exactly. Or maybe I was wrong and nothing stays in the family. Ouch, yeah. Exactly. This is probably what she meant about quitting her her job. Good. Currently, I'm thinking that our Miss Watergate underwent quite a radical change, don't you agree? Not really. She probably finally were able to do what she actually wanted and to express herself in the way she wanted instead of having to be this person that her parents want. Let's find out what happened in between these two lives of hers. What may have caused this radical shift? I am not reading everything. This is just about getting a new person to take over her job. Crime rates continues to drop. The Ministry of Security has presented latest numbers on crime statistics in the country. Never before have there been so few violent crimes. Delacroix gave a press conference early this morning. On Thursday morning, the Ministry of Security published a new crime statistic report for the preceding year. According to the report, the number of recorded criminal offenses decreased by 4.8% in comparison to last year. The crime rates have been continuously declining over the past several years as a direct result of the implementation of the safety bill. Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix appeared very pleased by these numbers and declared this development an outstanding result of successful safety policy. When confronted with the recent assault in Bonton, she once again admitted the ambitious goals of the government have not yet been accomplished. She further mentioned that activities are currently being established, which will have a considerable impact preventing further incidents. Okay, so the safety bill is that all the surveillance. Safety bill is a collection of safety center laws and statutes created with the ultimate goal to protect the freedom of the nation's citizens. Central to the safety bill is the simplified, sped-up process of taking investigative measures against criminal suspects and their prosecution, as well as the provision of an increased budget for safety-related expenses. The safety bill also paved the way for stricter regulations concerning immigration and general travel into or transiting through the nation. It also became mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or employee is an ex-convict or otherwise regarded potentially dangerous. Since the safety bill has come into effect in 2011, the total numbers of acts of crime and terrorism committed have been decreased continuously, and the trend is ongoing to date. The Parji's peacekeeping mission. The terrorist incident of 2008 was a terrible consequence of a premature retreat of troops from Parjis, a region torn by civil unrest for years, by the order of the previous government. To fix our predecessors' mistakes, the party, when elected in 2009, immediately made preparations to send our highly reliable soldiers back to safeguard the region for the good of the inhabitants of both countries alike. After the Parji's peacemaking mission has been assigned in 2011, our troops were sent off to the neighboring country to perform tasks including the distribution of aid packages containing food in addition to health and hygiene products to the mostly impoverished population. The rebuilding of infrastructure, particularly hospitals and schools, upholding the law and public order alongside the removal of war relics such as anti-personnel mines and unexploded bombshells, training local police and military forces. Due to a recent stabilization in the Parjis, we have been able to reduce the number of stationed forces while leaving the overall goals of the peacemaking mission intact. Well, it seems like it's all meant to be like in good faith and all, but all the surveillance, like, come on. People are never gonna feel like free or safe properly because they always feel watched. Okay. Okay. Birthday, September 13th. Whoa, hang on. She's born this day before me in the same year. She's the same age as me. Place of residence, interest, art, music, activism. Art, music, activism. What a lineup. Well, activism just means being active in the community and making sure that stuff is fair, right? Targets, painting Alice in Wonderland, my cat Kikiko. Cassandra Watergate posted on March 1st, 2017 at 11:01 a.m. Woohoo! First day in freedom, far away from the shackles of Watergate Pharma. What? Jake Clefton. What? Who's gonna pay for your stuff now? Mommy and Daddy won't like this. Listen, Jake, I'm not Daddy's little girl anymore. My art already got me a lot of money. More than enough to pay all my bills. Don't worry about me. January 29th. Oh, so we're going back in time. Yeah, March, January. Okay. So, January. Despised puppets of the state, you have finally managed to destroy us entirely. There is nothing left to do but congratulate you. These are my personal wishes to you from the deepest abyss of my heart. Fuck all of you government lackeys. Most painfully, Cassandra. That doesn't mean she did anything now. Yeah, but just because she opposes them doesn't mean she did anything. Sweetie, Mary Bly. Sweetie, what is the matter? That totally doesn't sound like you. We haven't hung out for ages. You gotta get out from time to time. You'd feel much better. Mary, just shut your freaking mouth, okay? I'm not in the mood for your stupid act. I told you again and again I cannot deal with this right now. Okay, you know what? I'm really sorry that I still care about my best friend, no matter how often she decides to give me the cold shoulder. But in that case, that's in the past now. Yeah, she in a relationship with Joseph Langley. With her lawyer. Might be noteworthy. Yeah, that's... Ugh, you shouldn't do that. Unknown data chunk, okay. Yeah, probably down here. The Beholder actually wrote about me being freaking irredeemed of this shit, but surprise, surprise, they had to mention the speculations over my parents buying me out. Makes the click count go boom, doesn't it? Yeah, so this was going on, and right after she was acquitted, basically, she posted that she was in a relationship with her lawyer. Yeah, they were... how long, who knows, but definitely the whole time he was being her lawyer. At least you are redeemed now. Want to blow off steam together with a little late night shopping tour? Mary, not today. Have a date this evening. Ooh, who is the lucky one? Case closed. This is August 9th, 2016. Congratulations, I never had any doubts about it. Kiddo, you're my heroine. Harrison O'Donnell, in both the heroic and the drug way. 1,000 cams on the plaza, but no proof? We've shown the world this dirty surveillance machine only exists to intimidate and to mislead the people into believing false promises. Cams for safety, one big lie. Juliet Carrington. Wow, I'm so happy for you. I knew everything would be okay in the end. Shall we have an awesome Cassandra freedom party on Friday? Thank you, guys. I'm so happy. I'm sure you heard the load fall off my mind. Harrison, yeah, I will totally write an article on your blog. On our blog. Juliet, of course I'm so in. Change your profile picture on July 6th. Concert was amazing. I just had to give my hair a little makeover. So without further ado, how do you like it? Mary, oh my god, what happened to your beautiful hair? Why didn't you ask me before going to a stylist? We could have gone together. Maybe because she just wanted to change her hair on impulse. Jake, oh, Cassie's going punk. Did mommy and daddy agree with that? Who is this guy? Juliet, looking nice. That's a whole new you. You also need a new name. What about Casarthis? That's clever, me likey. So henceforth Cassandra shall be known to the world as Casarthis. Okay. Yeah, so that might be a name she uses online. An alias name. You know, people on the web, so many names, so many identities. It's always good to record every alias, then we can match data chunks to target persons whenever they are using them. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She might be using that name other places online instead of her real name. That's the spirit, kiddo. Now I'd like to invite you to our little activist group if you want to join us. Would be nice to have you with us for the protest on the Freedom Plaza on Friday. An activist group, is there anything more specific? Not really. I guess it's this, but... and this, but... I guess it's relevant, though. We aren't fond of you either. Just discovered this hot new band, The Targets. Man, do they rock hard. They are playing a concert in the Cell next week. Who's coming along? Mary, I'm looking at you. June 28th. Punks? Not really my style. Sorry, Cass. Can't we just go see Cherry Cheeks sometime? They are not just some punks. Their lead singer is a real cutie, and they have this cool guitarist girl. Plus, they've got a message. What's not to like? No, sorry, it's not for me. Alright, you're the one missing out. I'll have them all for myself then. April 12th. Ooh la wee non. Having an amazing shopping tour with my Mary, the best friend of all times. But you really should consider paying a visit to your hairstylist soon, darling. Well, this is what happens when you do my hair. Let's see. Where did it go? Yeah. Oh, did I choose the wrong one? Can I remove it? No. Yeah, I should have done this. I thought I could do both, but I guess with this kind of things you have to do one or the other, so I kind of messed up there. Oh, new one, okay. Joseph Langley. But isn't this? Why is there two different sessions? Hey, did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history of that place. Already fucking me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Yeah, exactly. So she has to catch it from there every day, which means she was there because she's there every day. Too many bad memories, and now I was there just the moment before this happened. Ugh, I never should have gone to that damn protest. Presence there before the bombing could be coincidence, yeah. I'll reserve my thoughts until we find more evidence. Darling, you don't need to justify yourself to anybody, especially not to me. I was so happy when Goldfells accepted me into thought. I desperately wanted to go to prove my worth to the cause. Goldfells. An activist group called Thought. Interesting. Maybe this is what influenced her. And who is Goldfells? Yeah. What we should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. Yeah. Okay. It seems like I think yeah, she's an activist but I don't think she would actually harm anyone, especially not doing a bomb. Think of it this way, if you could not have gone... Oh, I love wine. Okay. If you would not have gone to the protest, then you never would have been wrongfully indicted, and then we would never have met. Yeah, and I would not have been called a terrorist in all the papers. You are not a terrorist, okay? Ain't I? You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Ka-ching! Was that supposed to be my credit card in the cash register? Something like that, I guess. I hope you like it. Chateau Margaux. Great, so you decided to bankrupt me. Yes, sir. I already... always ready to pull the money out of innocent pockets. Anyway, I got the good stuff. Now I'm headed to my handsome boyfriend Joseph for dinner. Here's the thing. I've got an important... Why can't I... Why is this underscored? And I can't do anything with it. I guess because we already know they're together. Here's the thing, I've got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule and I can't postpone it. You gotta be kidding me. I'm very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow. You always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there, appointment every fucking where. How can you constantly do this to me? Darling, please just calm down. Have you taken your Methorin? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like being like, oh, she's taking meds. That could mean absolutely goddamn nothing. Also, hang on. Products, Methorin. Antidepressants. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Yes, damn it. Is that the only thing that matters to you? I am on fucking happy pills all day. Darling, please, it's nothing like that and you know it. So I keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging. If I don't show up at this appointment, I risk losing a very important client. Fine. Don't you understand that? Oh no, I totally understand. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours now? Cassie, don't be like that. I get it. I guess I'm not an important client anymore. Oh, come on, Cassie. Going home now in case I'm getting up on that priority list of yours anytime soon. Please. Seems like they're not really compatible. She doesn't like him working so much, and he obviously has to work a lot. So it kind of seems like they're not compatible. Okay, back here. Projects. Did I read this? Why is it... Is there something new on it? Oh, there. Hang on. Oh, there was more. 5 pillars for a great nation. Safety and security, economy and commerce, values and tradition, migration and foreign affairs, education and health. Okay, people. Robert Blaine, Prime Minister. Remarkable visionary as unmatched leader, is a member of the party in the 4th generation. On the surprising death of the previous leader of the party, Mrs. Goddard, left behind a power vacuum. It was the young Robert Blaine who stepped up and was elected as the new head unanimously. Just as in this exemplary case, Mr. Blaine will take initiative whenever possible and is sure not to relent until the party's ambitious goals have been achieved. Arthur Scott Gallagher, Secretary of Economy and Trade. Mr. Gallagher, one of the most seasoned members of the party, is in charge of the Ministry of Economy and Trade. As such, he is directly responsible for reduced tax levels for big and medium-sized corporations, as well as the resulting decline of the unemployment rate. Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security. The ministry... Why does he look like... what's his name? Casey Affleck? Ben Affleck's younger brother? It kind of looks like him. The Ministry of Security, dedicated to the purpose of improving the nation's safety on the interior, was formed directly after the elections in 2009, just as originally proposed by Catherine Delacroix. Mrs. Delacroix was subsequently granted the position of the first Secretary of Security. She is best known for the inception of the safety bill elevating security standards in the country to a new level. Peter Faulkner, Secretary of Defense. The Commander-in-Chief of the nation's forces does not tire to stress the importance of stability in the nation's neighboring countries. To that end, Mr. Faulkner created the Parges Peacemaking Mission, which played a key role in prevention of terrorist activity occurring on the nation's soil. Yeah, so that's the one we read there. Participate, become a part of the party. There are many ways in which you can contribute to the nation's success. Becoming involved with the party is a huge one. If you're willing to give your all for a brighter future of the nation and consequently all of the world, come and join us. Find out how. Donate, volunteer, become a member, join the army. Okay. The overview. The thoughts are free. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. George Orwell. The thought. Welcome to the thought blog. Pick an entry. Okay, I guess we'll start with one. Oh, it's private. Due to the privacy settings on this blog, archived articles are only available from direct links, not from the front page. Sorry, ask an admin of the blog to provide you with a direct link if you're interested in an archived article. So all of these are archived. So this one, I guess. Freedom is Unfree, published in September 2016 by Casarthis. That's her. Yeah. It's cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me, or is that more than just a little bit, I don't know, ironic? Yeah, it is. You probably all know me as either that blue-haired punk bitch, stupid cunt, or anti-government terrorist. Jeez, those are some language I'm probably gonna get slapped for. These are only some of the names I've been called during the criminal investigation against me. That was just because in the middle of the chaos, someone believed to have seen me hurt a police officer. It never even occurred to anybody that it wasn't me. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. One would assume that in an age where there are cams everywhere, it should be easy to prove whether I was at all involved or not. Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't. It took weeks of investigative custody to figure out that the cam footage was actually not clearly showing anything at all, which raises the question, why are there so many cams in the first place? The answer is intimidation only. You keep calm, quiet, and careful when there are cameras around, or you fear that there are cameras where you cannot see. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mentioned a little earlier, that you never feel like you're completely free or you can be yourself or anything like that because you feel like you're always watched. When found in this blog years ago, Abraham predicted pretty much this for all of the web, and now it's in our real lives too. Okay, I can click on this, but we'll do that later. We have been brought to the Freedom Memorial since we were kids at school. We were told lavish tales about the founders of the nation, told to show national pride. And I know what you are thinking now. This thing is damn ugly. What is that donut even? What, huh? What is that donut even? The Let Freedom Ring? But the statement behind this ridiculously enormous heap of stones should be clear. In the middle of the Capitol there is a symbol of freedom, comprehensible symbolism for everyone. Isn't it? With the cameras there, this is now the plaza of unfreedom, if anything at all. Our Thoughts Still Free, published March 2012 by Goldfels. I propose to consider the question, are our thoughts still free? While this might seem to be a surprising question, in our current world or ever-growing digital surveillance, freedom of thought is no longer self-evident. Can I take this? No. Not this either? Okay. Dear reader, there is a German folk song called Thoughts Are Free. It goes like this. Wait, wasn't that sent right before the bombing? Or was it not? I remember mentioning of the a part of the German folk song. Thoughts are free, who can guess them? They fly by like nocturnal shadows. No man can know them, no hunter can shoot them. With powder and lead, thoughts are free. I think what I want and what delights me, still always reticent and as it is suitable. My wish and desire no one can deny me, and so it will always be. Thoughts are free. And if I am thrown into the darkest dungeon, and these are futile works, because my thoughts tear all gates and walls apart, thoughts are free. When I was still young, long before I immigrated to the nation in 1993, I believed this to be an universal truth, that there are no borders for thoughts and no rules for what is or is not allowed to be thought. This was not because I thought people should be so tolerant, not at all. Instead, I simply held it there that nobody except for ourselves really know what is going on in our heads until we choose to reveal it. Yesterday, a question crossed my mind. If the increasing interconnectedness of human via modern technology serves more and more as a collective memory and brain of our society, and there is an institution that is capable of monitoring every bit stream of it, how can thoughts still be free? Is it not likely that we will communicate only under great mental reservation to hold on to our knowledge, which means as a final consequence we will stop thinking? When I think of the increasingly aggressive operations of the surveillance machinery in the nation, I truly fear the answer to the question. That is why I created this blog. I want to encourage alternatives to the total control and safety bigotry of the digital world. Yours sincerely, A. Goldfels. Okay, and a guest wrote, Hey Goldfels, interesting name by the way, just stumbled upon your new blog and that's some truth you tell there. The web was born in the sense of the ultimate freedom to be who you want to be, express yourself, wasn't it? Now the government has come to threaten this with real name policies and shit. Save your IP so they can look up who you are, so you don't say anything quote-unquote wrong. Possibly about time someone did something. Well, if you didn't have one before, you've just gained yourself your first follower. Goldfell says, frankly, I am surprised to find someone here at all. I thought nobody would ever find this blog at all. Thank you very much for your kind words, and yes, I am very delighted to have my first follower. Guest. Hello, admin. I like your things too. Could you but now even more? To get a service on search engine optimization independent under gets clicks and more money for so it's a bot. Okay. Five articles. Oh, that's the one we have already. Huh, if you think that is her actual attitude, we might be barking up the wrong tree after all. Yeah, I'm not so sure she would go to the length of bombing and doing harm to people. Alright, what we found so far is all good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. We have to dig deeper. Juliet Carrington. Hey, Cassie. Hi, Jules. Cassie, I just wanted to know. You post on timelines about this assault. Really, Jules? You're not gonna preach to me about this stupid post, are you? You really shouldn't write something like that. No, I just wanted to know what's wrong, Cassie. It's nothing. Just between the two of us. I just had to let off steam, you know? It's because of what happened, isn't it? Yeah, and lots of other shit today. The bombing stirred up all this crap again, you know? What I did? Oh. What happened there wasn't your fault. Wait, did she actually do it? Cassie, you hurt that officer to save me. And you succeeded. You mustn't forget that. That was so brave. How can I not have been my fault, Juliet? I smashed the freaking skull of a father of 2 children because I lost it. Fuck. Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't stopped him? And this is why you really should remove this post. I feel like an asshole, the worst kind of asshole. I might be free, but not rightly so. I'm not innocent. Oh, Cassie, nobody is innocent. You'll have to let go. Well, I'm definitely doing this one, not this one. What? Where did that come from? This is perfect. We can arrest her and open the investigation again. Yeah, but I don't think she bombed the plaza. However, we probably won't be able to hold her for long if it really happened in defense of this Juliet. Very good work. Torture myself with whimsies. Show the rebellious side. Very good. The intervention team is already on its way. We'll need to wait for confirmation. In Miss Watergate's case, it was not a problem to get her address with the help of local police due to her former record. Okay. Yeah, I was definitely putting this in and not this. Because if she actually did it to protect her, then I'm not putting in Juliet. I smashed the freaking skull of a father of 2 children. Why does it come do in different sessions? I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. It'll be better, believe me. Wait a second. Somebody's at the door. Be right back. Oh shit. Okay, I'll wait. By the way, how is your boyfriend? You're still together? You haven't been talking about him all that much lately. Well, not as much as before. I guess this is another way we can find out she's in a relationship. Well, not as much as before. Hello? Are you still there? Cassie? I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Although we have no proof she is involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. But if we don't get clear evidence she was involved in the assault, she will not stay there for long. We won't have enough against her to charge and hold her. Okay, I just received confirmation that she is now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group though, whether they... Oh god. No, take a look at the news. Breaking news, 2 dead after second... Yeah, she didn't do it. That is horrible. 2 dead, similar approach, same letter found, so these assaults are connected. And as if that wasn't enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time, so that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. This complicates matters massively. So much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors, see how we are to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did good today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right of the desktop. Try and get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be trying at best. Sheesh, yeah, that guy, he had that letter. He quoted that German hymn, or what it was, and that was what was sent to the police or whatever before the bombing, and this happened again. Explosive charge set off at Stellingen University in Bonton. At least 2 people dead, 3 injured. Once again, a letter has been received just before the crime. I also find it very weird though that he's not, or that the person who's doing this isn't making sure that there's a lot of people there. It doesn't seem like the goal is to just kill. It might be like he wants to kill as well, but it doesn't seem like that's the main goal. Or else he would have chosen locations that are packed with people. Half an hour ago, an explosion occurred at the campus of Bonton University. According to latest reports, at least 2 people were killed, with a further 3 injured severely. The area was evacuated immediately. According to yet unconfirmed statements, the city administration office of Bonton received an anonymous letter just minutes prior to the detonation, which again contained the first 3 stanzas of German folk song Gedanken sind frei, the thoughts are free. Exactly like the letter received before the assault on the Freedom Plaza yesterday. We will inform you about any developments on this event as soon as further details are available. Yeah, that guy who has the blog, he's definitely... part of it. Finally, someone who had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. And then that's... yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's really her. But I kind of want to go back here. I guess this comes up tomorrow, but like, hello? He's literally writing the German folk song. Whoa, that was a lot of stuff. Assault on Freedom Plaza. A severe assault occurred. Yeah. Hints of involvement of an activist group named Thought. Second assault at Stelligan University. Yup. She has been criminally charged with the injury of a police officer at a past protest at the Freedom Plaza. She's an artist. Okay. An arrest has been made. Okay. So she got arrested, but we don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. We have tons of work ahead of us. I met with my superiors and they wish to continue with the test case. They believe in the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, and of you, of course. My superiors agree with me. Based on the information you have already extracted, the activist group known as Thought is worth investigating. It seems that this Goldfels is an important member of Thought. Well, he seems to be the leader, so we know we have clearance to consider them as a target person. Now that Goldfels is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already accessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Thank you. Goldfels. I want to go in here. Here. There we go. And yep. A letter, we are right, it seems. The letter, I mean. Oh, did I not get this in? There we go. An immigrant, Well, that doesn't really mean much in and of itself, but, you know, if he's an immigrant from Germany, then it makes sense that he would use a German folk song. That's why, to me, it's relevant. Okay. The Thought, an activist group with the same name as this blog. Yeah. If Goldfels is the one who created the blog, perhaps he founded or even was a leader of the activist group. Attacks against Stelligan University in Bonton and Freedom Plaza are connected, experts conclude. The bombing that occurred yesterday at Stelligan University seems to be connected to the attack against the Freedom Plaza earlier this week. This is the conclusion of the police division, who is investigating the cases. Excuse me. In both assaults, a similar explosive device created with pure malevolence appeared to have been used. Police spokesman Steele said. The letter received prior to the assault seems to support this suspicion. While their meaning is still puzzling investigators, according to rumors people have been theorizing, the number of stanzas might represent the number of bombings. Oh, I hope not. Which in turn raises the question whether there might be another bombing yet to occur. We understand that some people jumped to this conclusion, but there is no good reason to believe this, Steele answered when confronted with this theory during a press conference. Meanwhile, Stelligan University has declared that normal operation cannot continue under the circumstances. Yeah, of course. So they will be closing the doors for the time being. The university also put up a special front page to pay their respects to the assault's victims. See above image. Yeah. Oh. How did we get... Wasn't this closed? Archived so we can see it? Was there something... Oh, there's several things here, okay. The Davenport siblings, owner of the biggest social network Timelines, announced major cooperation with software giant Rosen Technologies. Hilberry and Bonton. It's a big deal. The internet billionaires siblings Ada and Alan Davenport, creators and owners of the most important online social network Timelines, located in Hilberry, are starting a major cooperation with the Bonton software giant Rosen Technologies. This has been announced in a press statement given out on Friday by the PR department of both companies simultaneously. By utilizing the existing infrastructure and software development capacities of Rosentech, Timelines will be able to respond to the needs and requirements of the quickly changing digital world in real time. Timeline executive Ada Davenport is quoted, "Our growing user base will profit from this by significantly reduced downtimes, tightened security, and sped up integration of new features," she continued. Bonton and Fairview, as well as large parts of the western nation, will be covered in heavy rain clouds, culminating on Sunday. If you had any plans for the weekend involving the outdoors in Bonton or Fairview, you'd best forget about them. There is a massive low-pressure system incoming, bringing with it storm clouds and rain to the nation's west. Sunday morning will be hit the hardest until the late afternoon, so make sure you pack an umbrella if you need to go outside, lest you become a sopping mess. There is a literal silver lining on the horizon, however. Over the coming week, the cloud will move on and temperatures will stabilize at comfy levels. After long and harsh winter, spring will finally win the upper hand. Damn, that kind of sounds like here right now. It's supposed to end pretty soon, and I think it's pretty ended already, but there's been a storm warning all over Norway today, and it's hit some parts worse than others. Here where I live, it didn't hit hard at all, just a lot of wind and rain, but I'm pretty used to that here where I live. But yeah, some parts have been hit harder. Okay. Redacted. Oh, a suspect was arrested in her flat. She willingly opened the door and cooperated with the arresting officer after having the warrant announced and her rights read to her. Yeah. I mean, she did do it, but if it was in defense of her friend, that needs to be taken into account. Thought Must Change Direction, published in July 2016. How did we get access to this, though? I thoroughly believed we are able to capture minds if only we could garner attention on thoughts as a group and that we and what we stand for. It seems my ambition was once again too much. After 1.5 years recruiting 2 of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like the one held at Freedom Plaza, yeah. Three demonstrations more interesting might be the 2 students seem to be involved, yeah. I feel obliged to ask myself where we stand. Have we reached our goal? Have we been sacrificed along the way? What has been sacrificed along the way? In short, are we true to the initial goal that formed the group? Frankly and sadly, the answer to the latter is a resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those we thought to do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that does in no way mean that they can attack and do whatever they wish. Instead of blaming others, I now see my high aims might well be the cause for all the events of the past months. More than anyone else I thought, I feel responsible. As a consequence, I will halt my active engagement in this group. I firmly believe it shall be for the better for everyone involved, especially my students from Stelligen. I'm not so sure someone might be using him, or the fact that he quoted that song. I won't repeat it, yeah. But so far the evidence suggests that Goldfeld was a prominent lecturer at Stelligen, and some of his students became involved in thoughts. Did he, recruit them for his cause? We need to identify those students, see who else is involved with the group. Yeah, but I'm not sure I'm comfortable putting in either of those. Concerned 1. Please reconsider. Guy heard there was only a goddamn cop. They had it coming for long. It was messy. I know, all the way back to the thing I messed up organizing. But hell, look at the bright side. We made the news. This is what we wanted. What you wanted. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I think this person, maybe, is using this guy's philosophies go extreme instead of peaceful. Like, protests are fine as long as they're peaceful, but it sounds like this person wanted to take it further. So I'm thinking that we'll put this in, and that he Oh, I did the wrong one, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, too late for that. That's what I get for doing it too fast. Knowledge, science, wisdom, and sometimes all remain silent. Oh. Wait, what? Campus closed down on further notice. 14th of April. Yesterday evening, an explosive device went off on Stelligen campus, killing a Stelligen student as well as a lecturer. Several other individuals have been severely injured. He's a lecturer, though. Could he be dead? Several other individuals have been severely injured. The authorities are investigating. This is an unspeakable tragedy, Stelligen President Hopkins said during the press conference that took place this morning. In the light of recent events, it is impossible to maintain daily routine. This is why I have decided to suspend all educational services of Stelligen University until further notice. Therefore, Stelligen campus will remain closed at least for the rest of this week, with no educational courses or events taking place. Stelligen Canteen elected Best Public Dining Hall. Okay. Note, this course is currently unavailable due to Representative Professor A. Goldfeld's having retired. Okay. So he was media ethics, and he, being a luminary in his profession, Abraham Goldfeld, gladly accepted the offered professorship in the field of media ethics at Stelligen, from which he sadly retired in fall 2016. Did you notice the bombing location seemed to be close? There would be a pattern, yeah. But I don't think it's this guy either. I think, like I said, that it's that other people that called themselves Concerned 1 or something like that, that they are using his philosophies to, like I said, go and do violent stuff with it. Thought has held 3 demonstrations, yet there are only been 2 bombings, which might imply that there might be a bombing at the last demonstration place here. Well, it's definitely a shot in the dark, but we absolutely need to do everything we can to prevent another attack. Take a close look at the past of each member with thought. Find out the locations of all demos they have held. They might yield a hint. Previously, Professor Goldfels has held a position as a journalist at Der Reporter, one of the most renowned German daily newspapers. Was also a chairman of the Global Media Ethics Congress. Yeah, exactly, Ethics Congress. In his works, Professor chairman here. Come on. It's not a terrorist trait to be ethical. In his works, Professor Goldfels never relents to emphasize the importance of privacy over public interest. Publications of significance, privacy versus public interest, where the rights to know ends. Essay from 1995. Ego and Selfie, an analysis of dangers in an overexpressive self-representation in social media, study of 2012. Die Gedanken sind frei, the thoughts are free, a modern time declaration of independence toward mass surveillance, a book he wrote in 2014. Just because he wrote the book doesn't mean he's the one behind the bombings. Wow, that's a whole lot of information about this Goldfels, yet only one other page could be indexed. Very strange indeed. I think the next course of action should be to look for other people of this thought group, like the students he mentioned. Yeah, but it's like, it's not uncommon for followers to take the ideology of the leader and take it and twist it in their own way. Like, it's not uncommon. Notable alumni: Orlando Buford, a Stelligan alumnus of the biotechnology course, is the founder and CEO of the highest grossing online grocery trading companies, Mcado. Catherine Delacroix. Ever since her early study years as a student of criminal law, Catherine Delacroix has been a member of the party. In 2009, when the party had been elected as government, Delacroix was named head of the newly created Ministry of Security. Joseph Langley opened his own law office in the city of Bonton some years after his graduation from Stelligan in 1992. His law office is probably best known for having defended construction entrepreneur Elwood Hendricks in what gained public attention as the Lion Share scandal. So he's and her, they are both alumni, huh? Joanna McElroy. Having studied medical technology at Stelligan, Joanna McElroy now is the host of the eponymous What's that? Eponymous daily TV show 4 at McElroy's, in which she covers psychological family issues. Okay. Where's this? Is it just on the home site? Because I didn't... Ah. Okay. Nope. Welcome to the Eternal Stelligan University class attendee system. Pick a class by completing the 3-step wizard below. Please select a semester. Well, how would I know? It would probably be someone who's not still there, right? Because he retired in 2016, right? So it would not be summer or winter, so it would have to be summer 2015 or winter 2015-16. Let's start here then. You have selected... Okay. Well, it could be any of these. How would I know? I don't see Abram here. Please select a class. Oh yeah, which one did he do again? Was it media? No. Natural and computer... Wait, sciences then. Right? No. I don't remember. Obviously, it's the last one I looked at then, management. I don't see his name here though. Am I completely... Abram Goldfels. By the way, there's Melissa Davenport. Didn't we hear about her? Dustin Burgess, wasn't he an alumni? There we go. Semester, winter semester. Lamont Becker, Eddie Cody Bruner, Maureen Cole. Oh, Juliet Carrington. Yeah, right, she was friends with Miss Bottegate. Yeah. Well, it makes sense, that's probably how they met. Going to the same school, same class. Alright, we have authorization to investigate Miss Carrington. Okay. No one else? Okay. Woman arrested in connection with recent attack. Yeah. Couple of minutes ago, the Mountain Police Department reported that an arrest in connection with the recent bombing... Wait, a capital has been made. A young woman has been brought into custody thanks to efforts of a special task force, police spokesman Kaufman said. How a woman is related to the bomb attacks, Kaufman did not cover. However, it is rumored that the suspect is well known. Okay, this is fucked up. Don't put stuff out there unless you know. Don't do that. Okay. Juliet. PR assistant at Rosen Tech. Oh. $1992. Fair review. Interest, guitar, singing, books, board games. You can dance. I got proof now. Oh, is that really me? I gotta be careful around you. Nice try, Jules. A magician never reveals your trick. Who took it? Oh, yeah. Anyway, thanks for a great time, Cassie. I must admit it felt kinda good to go out for once. Not that I plan on doing that again anytime soon. Adam Dunbar. What? Every time I ask you out, you're so goddamn busy, and then you fall for a freaking muffins? If I ever had known that before. Sorry, Adam. Maybe you need to spy on me some more. Okay. Is that a love interest or something? I'm bored to death tonight and definitely need someone to come along. Here, Julesy, I got something for you. I know my one weakness. Exposed. Just go with me and explore Bunton's famous nightlife. That girl next door, you got a MSG, Cassie, need this recipe for my mom. You got a message, okay? Yuck, you know I'm not so keen on going out late night. Plus, I don't dance ever. Care to spare me, please? But it's okay. I fully understand. I think I will I will then spend the evening in bed watching movies and eat a hell of a lot of muffins out of frustration. All right, you win. I'll be there in half an hour. That torture and cruelty by my friend. Okay, that's just stupid. Now there's Amnesty International when you actually need them. Yeah, that's just stupid. Happy birthday, honey. It's so good to have you back. To mark the occasion, we decided to update your profile on your family page. I hope you like it. Carrington family. Okay, we are the Carringtons. Jonathan and Esther Carrington. Wait. Oh, so these are her parents? A man walks into a bar and meets the girl of his dreams. They marry, settle down, and have 4 daughters. What may sound like the beginning of a cheap joke or some kind of pulp fiction is in fact a fairy tale come true. When John met Esther, they immediately knew it was love. So it is no wonder that only a year later they got married in a small chapel near Lake Springfield. At the same time, they begin to build a house in Malloy Court, a cozy little spot in Fairview, which would serve as the very foundation for their family and which they still inhabit to the day, happily ever after, so to speak. In 1985, their first daughter, April, was born. Little did they know that there were 3 more to follow. Okay. Headmistress. April is the firstborn daughter in the Carrington family. As you might have guessed already, her name is not a coincidence. When the little girl decided to be born on the 1st of April instead of the March date the doctors had calculated, John and Esther spontaneously decided to name her daughter in tribute. Now fully grown and independent, April is married to Roy McIntyre. Oh God, to be married on to be born on April 1st, no one ever is gonna believe you. May Carrington, November 19th. Favorite movie? Okay, I need to read this actually. Favorite food? Mashed potatoes. Well, mashed potatoes are good. Never watched The Labyrinth. Favorite color, indigo. Cyan. They're in the same color range. Founder of Miss Cloth Ltd. Favorite food, sushi, never had it. Favorite movie, The Devil Wears Prada, which is a good movie. Haven't seen the second one. It had always been crystal clear that May would found her own company one day, and in 2012, that is exactly what happened. With a little help by some friends and her caring parents, she managed to create the today well-known clothing startup Me Cloth, with more than a dozen employees. Okay, so we have April, May, okay, June, and then you have Juliet instead of July. Okay, these parents. December 6th, 1990, chief engineer at Bonton Machine Works. Spaghetti, pizza, hell yeah, pizza. Back to the Future 2, that's oddly specific. Why 2? Ultramarine. Little June was so fond of everything that had the slightest bit of technology on it. It began to worry John and Esther, but there was really nothing to be concerned about. June was proven to be one of a kind engineer. Now the Bonton Machine Works company is profiting greatly from that fact. Juliet Carrington. Yeah, February 14th. Favorite color is red. All her siblings have colors in the green and blue spectrum. But her favorite color, do you really think that that is not okay, fine. I guess you don't find this PR assistant. Since the nestling of the family showed up a little bit unexpectedly, the parents Jonathan and Esther decided that they would end the strictness of the naming pattern her sisters had followed in favor of a slight aberration. Juliet learned to play the guitar, even developed the plan to become a professional musician in a band. However, she decided to end her band career when she was single again and focused on her studies in media economy and Stelligan University. So what does this conflict with? Something we haven't found? Okay. Happy birthday. Nobody took notice, nobody cares, nobody. What did Harry do this time? Jeez, as much as I like him, you really need to ditch him. Maybe people would care if you would be, I don't know, less enigmatic. Okay, this girl, you don't even have your name here. Go somewhere else, that girl next door. Only 1 week left until I have to enter my thesis at Abraham's course, and then it's goodbye Stelligan. I'm a bit scared of the huge gaping hole this is going to leave behind. Oh girl, you're gonna manage. I know it's a scary thought at first, but we'll stay in touch no matter what, hear me? Thank you, Amanda. I feel much better already. We definitely keep in touch. This drives me outright mad, even though Cassandra and I just got to know each other at the protest at Freedom Plaza. Oh, so they didn't get to know each other until the Freedom Plaza. That's a little weird. They were in the same class, but I guess. She stood up for me regardless. This woman is a heroine, not a terrorist. Go, Cassie. Rick Denton. If one pisses off the government, one must expect them to respond accordingly. Action causes reaction. That's simple-mindedness, rolls eyes. Also, this doesn't sound like the Juliet I know. You wouldn't even accept the duty of being the class representative when you were appointed. How come you care so much about politics now? Sometimes people change their minds. Sometimes other people help to get the right mindset. What do you want me to do instead? Sit at home being indifferent? Indifferent? No, I just see no use in occupying public plazas and throwing stones at poor men and women. This is a democracy. We have petition for that. Harrison O'Donnell, I'm so proud of you that you are capable of using the essential tool of any good slacktivist. Hell, I would like to post a really slow clapping sound, but Timelines doesn't allow it. I think he should be checked up on. He keeps being proud of people for using violence. Harry, while I appreciate it, that you got my back and everything, I don't think you need to intervene here. This is a Rick and Juliet only thing, thank you. Yeah, that guy, he keeps being like, yay, violence. Oh. Is there more I'm supposed to look at? But he quit. So why would there be anything else? Oh, he still did something there, okay. Sorry then. Failed. No credit points accounted due to failed exam. Jimmy Atkins. Harrison O'Donnell. Yes, we've seen that name connected to Miss Watergate. I'll report this right away. We have been authorized to consider Harrison O'Donnell a target. Yeah, I think he might be more of a suspect than anyone else. Harrison and Juliet, those must be Abraham Goldfeld's students within thought. Well done. No one else? Okay. Rosen Technologies. When I founded Rosen Tech in 1998, my vision was a simple one. There should be tailor-made software for any purpose. Who would have thought that a guy hailing from merely an attic in his parents' home could create the single most important software company in the nation? Certainly not me. Who would have thought that the government would take interest in a company and become its greatest stakeholder? Certainly not me again. Against my wildest expectation, but due to my sheer stubbornness, a lot of persistence, and a little bit of luck, Rosen Tech today employs that 5,106 workers and 224 successfully completed projects. And these figures keep increasing so fast that I added a live counter script to this page to keep it up to date. So, what's the essence from my experience? Although I never expected it, my vision proved to be a very strong one. Now let's see what's in yours. Yours sincerely, Victor Rosen. Okay. 10 Commandments. We at Rosentech believe that outstanding quality and performance walk hand in hand with clearly defined rules. Thus, we have phrased 10 Commandments that guide us in our every work day. That is weird. Any vision is valuable. Have you ever thought that the future should be like this or like that? How a certain problem could or should be solved? Of course you have. Do not let the ideas go to waste. They are pure gold. Pursue them. 2. Software can solve any problem. Yes, it can. We live in a time where information is everything. We can reduce massively complex facts to pieces of bits and bytes. We then get carefully designed algorithms to work and marvel at the results produced as our problems are suddenly undone. 3. Embrace the client's vision. We think that our valued clients know best what's at the core of their demands and needs. Hence, it should be their vision, your grand design, that guides your efforts. 4. Open-mindedness and transparency are key. Closely connected to Rule 3, the importance to stay open-minded cannot be overstated, just as the importance of transparency is in all the processes. Do not neglect or reject. Do not obfuscate. It's as simple as that. 5. Always stay in touch with the client. Whoever said ignorance is strength certainly wasn't right. There is no strength in not knowing what the client wants, so go ahead and ask, even if it's 1 or 2 times more than necessary. Yeah, that is a good one, because you want to make sure that the clients get what they want. You don't want to sit down, do a whole thing, and then the client doesn't want it. That's wasted time and effort, and probably resources. 6. Synchronous and asynchronous communication. Do not waste the client's or your own time by bothering with asynchronous communication like email. It's almost always more efficient and personal to get directly in touch with one another, and it opens up the opportunity for immediate feedback or discussion. This is why we actually have no email addresses. Okay, that would be annoying as a client, but sure. 7. Think about your responsibility. Our work does not only matter to our clients and ourselves, it may also change the entirely world literally. Okay, there are a lot of spellings that are weird. Change the entirety or the entire world literally is what it should be, but sure. You should be aware of this. That much power should not be taken lightly. 8. Fix your mistakes, learn from them. There is something healthy about mistakes, like a catharsis. They will wash out your flaws one by one, provided that we notice and revert them. This is why we always let each piece of code be reviewed by our specialized review task force. Yeah, that's fun. Good though, having someone look over it to make sure everything's good. Work here and now. People tend to discuss what could be and could have been. While it is important to remember the past and even more important to have visions for the future, the present is the time that really matters, because this is where all the work must be done. 10. You can do better. No matter what you can do, you can get even better at it. You continuously learn and improve yourself. Never stop working, strive for perfection. Yeah, you always learn and you can always improve yourself, but also you shouldn't do too much of that in a workplace. I feel like if you strive for that all the time, then you do nothing but work and feel like you're never good enough for the work you do. But that might be just me. Get in touch. Following the 6 commandments of Rosentech, we rely heavily on communication and collaboration with you. We would like you to call us directly so we can easily discuss your needs. Our vision shaping team is ready anytime to form a software that fulfills your needs. Please call. French Rami. Rami French? Head of Vision Shaping. Or are you from the press? Our PR team will gladly answer all of your questions. Please talk to Maria Harper. Or her friendly substitute, Juliet Carrington, PR assistant. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one, yeah. There. Good work. The listener will also track incoming and outgoing telephone calls of numbers you have added. Thank you. Oh, actually, I haven't seen this one. Hey, you. I'm sorry about last night. I really should have come over. Dude, your girlfriend is in prison. And as her lawyer, you should know that. It's just that this client is massively influential and could bring a whole lot of exposure to the office. I've been trying to get a meeting for months and it went rather well, so here's hoping. God, I'm such a stupid old man who just talks about his job too much. I'm sorry, I'm just such a big part. It's just such a big part of my life. Hello? Are you still upset? Cassie, can you at least answer me? If you don't, I'll start to worry. You know what I'm like. Yeah, I was thinking this earlier, but he's a lot older than her because he finished law school in 1992 and she was born in 1992. So that's at least 18 years, if not, but probably a lot more because obviously you have to go through regular school, college, and then you have to go to law school. So he was a lot older than her, more than 20 years. Okay, Harrison's timeline. Okay, let's get back here. Picture. Media punk. Does that matter? I don't know. What does that even mean? I have no idea. This post has been deleted by user. Everything alright with you? Now it is. Good fucking riddance. Yeah, huh. Post. Everything has been deleted. Oh, so he's in a relationship with her. Couple rocked the show as it will rock the rest of the goddamn nation. So that's the... At least they were a couple. But I think they broke up probably. But that's the band she was in. But yeah, I think they broke up. Mike, why don't you go and ask Juliet out right away, huh? No need for hiding anything. I can provide a nose correction just for you to make you look just as awesome. You at Stelligan lose a bet? Never thought I was gonna write this one day. First day at Stelligan, feeling so elite. Huh. Oh yeah, I forgot. Welcome to Rosentech. This is PR assistant Juliet Carrington speaking. How may I be of service? Hello, Juliet Carrington. This is Esther. You sound so official at work. Esther Carrington. Oh, it's a mom. Oh, hi, Mom. Is this important? You know I can't take personal calls while I'm at work. Why does it cut off? I just wanted to check in to make sure you're home for dinner tonight. Actually, I'm heading out with some friends for work. Oh, this is not... Actually, I'm heading out for dinner. Honey, please don't. On the news, they said it would be advisable to avoid public places. They expect another bombing. Karen has planned to go out, yeah. Maybe she really does want to go out, but it seems a little odd. What is she really doing? Mom, I get that you're worried, but I can't just sit at home with you every night of the week. That's exactly what those terrorists want us to do, avoid public life. We can't give up our freedom like that. Honey, please, you won't have much freedom left if you're dead. Mom, I won't die. How can you be so sure about that? I could just as easily be hit by a car on my way home to your lovely dinner. Don't say that. Just think this ridiculous group has gotten you into nothing but trouble. What were they called? Alright, geez, Mom, I'm gonna think about it, okay? Thank you, honey. Mom, I'm sorry, but I really have to go now if I don't want Victor Rosen to personally fire me. I have to go, sorry. Love you, bye. Okay. Hello? Hi, Cass, what happened yesterday? Juliet, this is Joseph on Cassandra's account. Oh, sorry. Hi, Joseph. Didn't know you had access to Cassie's account. Nice to talk to you. No, it's not uncommon. You too, Juliet. Have you seen Cassandra since yesterday evening? Heard from her at all? I spoke to her last night via chat. She seemed quite upset about the whole Freedom Plaza thing and something else she wouldn't talk about. Then there was someone at her door, so she went to answer it and never came back. I assumed it was you. We were supposed to meet for dinner, but I had an unexpected meeting with a client. She wasn't exactly happy about the change of plans. She quit the chat and that was it. I haven't heard from her since. In that case, I think she's probably at home stewing away. Well, I just tried that. She did give me the key to her flat 2 months ago, but no Cassie. Also, her PC was still on. I guess calling her didn't work either. I tried, no answer. Damn, I hate myself right now. Did you set your number to private? Otherwise, she's probably just avoiding you. Private is my default setting after all. I'm a lawyer. Yeah, we already know that. Cassie told me you were funny. I think you... So if Mr. Langley is using your account, you should have filtered that data chunk out. Why? I think you shouldn't worry too much. It's probably nothing. When Cassie's mad, she usually goes and wanders around the city. She'll be back in no time. Yeah, she does get a bit fiery at times. We had an argument once and, well, guess what happened? See, this is why I wanted to talk to you. I feel like sometimes you know her better than I do, and I'm her goddamn boyfriend. Oh, I doubt that somehow. I mean, you two were in this thought group together, right? You both went to the Freedom Plaza protest. And so I thought maybe you'd know other places that could be important for her or the two of you, where she could be at. Joseph, I'm sorry, Freedom Plaza was organized by Thought, yeah, but Harrison did all the planning for it. I don't know much else. Oh, I see. Which I wish I could help, but I honestly don't have a clue. Well, anyway, thank you anyway, Juliet. Don't mention it. I'll text you when she turns up or if I get an idea. So, Harrison did all the planning. Oh. And she would know because she was his girlfriend. Maybe it didn't go awry at all. Maybe it went down exactly as he had in mind. Yeah, maybe. So the Freedom Plaza protest demonstration was one of Thought's protests. Not immensely surprising. One down, 2 more protest locations to go. Okay. Oh. You got O'Donnell. Harrison, it's me. Well, 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 look it is. I knew this moment would come one day, but you caught me by surprise. Harrison. Shh, Juliet, ever since we first made out in that clear night on the Stelligan Greenfield, I knew it was destiny. I know you never really meant to. Will you please spare me your juvenile bullshit? Haha, I didn't believe it at first, but it really is you. To what do I owe the pleasure of your beautiful voice? You miss me, right? So this is why you did it, to make me call you back again? The heck are you talking about? Oh, come on, don't play dumb. Great administrator, I'm talking about the thought page you so generously volunteered to maintain. What? Give me a sec. Oh. What the fuck is this shit? You messing around with me? Are you seriously trying to say this wasn't your doing? Why would I fucking want to disgrace Thought? Maybe because of the same reason you bailed out of Thought all of a sudden? Thought didn't do shit anymore since Abe disappeared, but turning it around that way made a damn fine excuse for you to bail out on the two of us, huh? But then maybe you because you disgraced Thought before by hiding all of the articles on the Thought blog except Cassandra's. Abe archived the first ones because he didn't even want us to know. None of us could ever access them. I merely did the same with the rest because that would also be in Abe's interest, and Cass wanted to show her article around. Oh please, I know you deleted all your rebellious posts to secure your cozy job writing that ridiculous opinion column for the TNB. You know, it's funny you dare speaking of disgrace when Rosen is the government's personal bitch. Case you didn't know, almost make you the same in my book. So, you really don't know anything about the hack then? I don't have a freaking clue. Can't you revert the changes? You bet, I'll even hunt down the son of a bitch who... Just revert it, okay? I don't care who did it, can't stand our memories being toyed around with. Okay, we'll be done in no time, ma'am. Never could say no to you. If only. Anyway, thank you. Okay. We got a lot here. We first made out in a clear night on the Stallion Greenfield. Well, that doesn't really matter. They had sex, so what? Or kissed at least. You bailed out of Thought. That is... Thought didn't do shit anymore since... Oh. Thought didn't do shit anymore since Abe disappeared. Okay. Abram Goldfield disappeared, causing the group to be inactive. They are no longer active. Yeah, which is why I think there's someone who's gone rogue. Well, seems to me like someone still is. Yeah, someone's gone rogue. Trouble in Paradise. Disgraced Thought before hiding all the articles. Abe archived the first one. Oh. A hidden agenda, maybe. There. Hey, I read this one quite regularly. I wasn't at all aware it was our guy. The TMB probably didn't know either. I don't know if this is... Yeah, this isn't really relevant because he didn't actually do it. Whoa! Okay, let's do the band first, the targets. We are the track you are ashamed of in your fine-tuned playlist, the unexplainable gap in your seemingly flawless CV, your drunken selfie in your timeline's profile, the porn movie found on your work computer. You cannot avoid us because we are you. We are the targets. Harrison Hancock. Why did I read it like that? Oh, that's quite an ego we got there, haven't we? See, he was vocals. So this is after she left then. His girlfriend left the band. Former members, Trotsky, Phil, Tubman. Yeah, she's a former. Juliet Tubman. Okay, gigs. Haunted House Bonton cancelled. Get your asses ready for the return of the Targets and our new album. The premiere, we're headed back to the scene of the first crime, the haunted house. A friend of mine claims to have heard that Hancock decided to quit the band. Really? That's speculation though. What? And now the whole thing got cancelled? Cell. Wow, that was such a blaze. We'll definitely come to the Freedom Plaza demo. I just have to go to know Juliet, especially since she is the one organizing this. Juliet, are you trying to frame him? Oh no. Oh shit. I really should check before I do this, shouldn't I? Oh, so I can use this as a portrait if I want. With more and more poverty in the streets, it's about time for the capitalists to finally recognize them as a viable target group. It's time for an advertisement for the poor out now. Listen to Pipe Dreams. I wonder, do I have to listen to all of it for there to pop up something I need? I do like it though. I'm not quite a fan of his voice, but the music, the instruments and stuff are really cool. Tracks, exposed, advertisement for the poor, nosebleed, sick, overcome, how you live, stripped to the core, pipe dreams, go home, you're drunk. Our album is now available at any damn good music store. The physical ones, screw streaming. Riot, rise, you're inside a riot. Wrong about us, fight back, stone to the knee, nation army. Sorry folks, this one's all sold out. Drop by one of our concerts to get for free or drop Hancock a line at the Media Punk. Excellent, you will now have access to his emails. Okay. Knock knock, Harrison. This is from unknown. Seems like I caught your pants down on that little page of yours. Confused? Why, that's fine. You don't know me, and I like to keep it that way. But I know a lot about you, media punk. If you knew what I know, what you know about what this little Jesus Christ, dude, group of yours did, you would find it just as hard to ignore that those bombs might just carry your name tag. Get that? Get what I'm talking about, right? So, the righteous hacker initiate will expose all information I got on you. Might interest the cops, won't it? I have no love for the government, but I will do what I must. So give me one good reason not to do it, and I might reconsider. Oh great, now there's a hacker involved in all of this because the situation wasn't bad enough already. I wonder what this is about. Yeah. Those bombs might just carry your name tag. Yeah, well, we don't know that. Mr. O'Donnell, thank you for shopping at Semiramis Flowers. We hereby confirm your order of the following products. A bouquet of lovely with tag to Angela. Is he dating someone? The total has already been subtracted from your bank account. Okay. I see you. Hey, wise ass. This is the most pathetic blackmailing attempt I've read in a long time. You want a damn good reason not to call the cops? I can give you 3. You hacked my site, i.e. my web server. Last time I checked, this was highly illegal. Something about glass houses and stones. 2. I don't get what you want to have found out about me. True, our protest didn't always go as planned, but since you claim to know so much about me, you should know that this was hardly my fault. What I wanted is all in my blog. Not a word about fucking bombing people, only grabbing attention. Bet you never even found that, huh? Where are your M4D skills, hacker boy? I'll throw you a breadcrumb so you don't feel too miserable, my Nick. 3. I'm the wrong person to mess around with. Leave my page alone. Roll it back and then don't dare touch it again. I'll get you, promise. The national opinion shut the Parisian border. The Time and the National Opinion column. Harrison O'Donnell argues why the border to the Pargis needs to be closed. I'll go and spill the beans right away. Shut the border between us and the Pargis. Now, will you, please? Can't anyone see what's happening there? I mean, are you blind? Take a look at Triflith. For instance, the situation there seems to be escalating yet again. 2008 much? And just like then, the nation will let itself get dragged into the conflict. Just like then, the Pargesians will see the nations not as a friend who does the best to de-escalate the situation, but as an opponent who invades and seeks cooperation through force. History keeps repeating itself. That's clearly nothing new. Safety of any citizen is of utmost importance. That has been the party's premise ever since 2009, and ever since it has been working like a charm. Okay, so it conflicts with a couple of things. Until now, that is, as some self-proclaimed benefactors in the opposition claims the borders are meant to be open to possible refugees. If I don't know If I don't know how the suffered already 9 years back, I would agree without a doubt. I would walk out there and welcome them personally with arms wide open. But I do remember perfectly well, though my name isn't Nostradamus, let me foretell something. We will see a rise in acts of terrorism in the very close future. Who knows, maybe next week a bomb will go off in the middle of Fairview or Bonton. That doesn't look good for you, my guy. Yes, I read the article. That was strange indeed. And with the bombings now. Yeah, I think that's just, I mean, he's a journalist. Juliet's timeline again. Oh, I even organized a peaceful protest at the Stelligan campus. It has been the center of my life for a while, and to see terrorists pervert this place for their foul reasons strikes my heart. I feel truly, truly sorry for anyone concerned. Okay, but we don't have what it conflicts with, so we'll wait, because I've made mistakes about those before. O'Donnell. Welcome to FBTN Online, Mr. O'Donnell. Your last login, April 10th. Available balance. The People's Drug and Pharma. Bonton FC Pay. Well, he might have an illness. The People's Drugs. Yeah, so he might have an illness. Life Trust Health Insurance. Okay, that could be planning on doing something dangerous. Maybe. The National Beholder Publishing Inc. payment. Well, that makes sense. He works for them. Either he values his hygiene, or it might be, or it might as well be material intended to wash away Freedom Memorial. Yeah, or he, you know, has some kind of illness, so he has to get meds often. Yeah. Listener. Security warning, unrecognized access to account. Dear Mr. O'Donnell, your FBTN online banking account was just used from an unrecognized device. Oops, that might be me. Unrecognized operating system, unrecognized browser, and unrecognized location. Don't recognize this activity. Review your recent used devices in your FBTN online banking account now. We are sending you this because we take security very seriously and we want to keep you updated on important actions in your bank account. We were unable to determine whether you have used this browser or device with your online banking account before. This may occur when you sign in for the first time on a new computer, phone, or browser. When you use your browser's incognito or private browser mode, or remove your cookies, or in case somebody else is accessing your account. Yeah, I think that was us. The wall of text. Okay, let's start. Yeah, 2013. No, fucking no. The perfect safety of the individual is our ultimate goal. We have stated so before our election in 2009, and we will stay true to our promise. To be able to provide this, we will again greatly increase surveillance measures in the months and years to come. There is already a new concept in the works at the moment, and that continues to stretch our current technology, pushing our safety initiatives to an entirely new level. These words came from the glorious Majesty herself, Miss Catherine Delacroix, Lady Security, this very morning. I cannot even find the words for how mind-bogglingly stupid the Gov's plan is. Yeah, so we found one. Oh no, this is a different one. Let's turn on our brains for a second and think. What do people value most these days? Freedom, of course. The freedom to say stupid things on the internet. The freedom to choose between a trillion cell phone brands. The freedom to walk around with the most ugly haircut ever sculpted. If safety is what everyone is longing for so much, go lock yourself into a barn. Because taking risks is part of living your life, you idiots. I'm telling you, the next step that the governments will take will be to stop citizens from doing things before the thoughts have even popped up in their heads. Minority Report. Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, what movie is that? Minority Report, anyone? Thus, there will be no more freedom to choose. No more freedom whatsoever. This is a dangerous pitfall, seriously. 2014. If there is any hope left for this country, it lays with its people. It is resembled by every freely thinking mind, every individual of this fucked up place that is willing to switch on their brains. Safety is a lie, nothing but a buzzword used to cause fear and take control from you. If you don't get that, you might as well turn into a remote controlled zombie and say bye-bye to free will. Thing is, people love staying blind as long as they have the illusion of safety. So what I need now is a way of getting this truth in everyone's head. August 20th. I've grown really fond of the idea to start a band, maybe call them Enemy of the State or the Most Wanteds. Music is an excellent way to add spice of emotion needed in order to make important messages stick in your mind. And hell, I am ready to be a rock star. I already live in a trailer anyway. So I might as well go for the full gutter punk life. So what do you like more, Enemy of the State or the Most Wanteds? Or maybe something else? Anyone willing to join? After all, I can't do it by myself. I mean, I could, but solo rock stars are even lamer than Dime Front. Okay. So I even organized a peaceful protest. Run around naked, eat chocolate pudding from a diaper, insult your mom on timelines. It's a mind-boggling how anything, no matter how mundane, will generate attention these days. As long as it's not normal, a contract of society that doesn't make sense, by the way, and there's a camera around, you can be sure we will hear about it. The ever-present cameras are one reason this site exists at any rate. Everyone loves the sound of click tsunamis in the morning. Already got a nice plan of my own. As soon as I get myself a handful of like-minded people, we're going to occupy that friggin' elitist university Stelligan, that's for sure. I bet we could scare those cardigan-wearing conformists a great deal just by showing our ugly faces. Oh, how I'd love to see them running. As soon as I get myself a handful of like-minded people. This is April 14th, 2017. So she did this today. But this, oh, dang it. But this is a lot older. It is a pattern exactly as we suspected, but we still have no idea about the third location. Yeah. You need to be diligent now. Lives might hang in the balance. In the worst case that we cannot determine the location on time. Well, I might have to conduct an interrogation with Miss Watergate. I want to avoid it though. She's behaving pretty defiantly, I've been told. Considering what you found so far, I think we're a bit short on leverage on her. Maybe you could care to take a second look at things? Okay. 2015. Hell yes, it's happening. After years, my plan is finally taking shape. It has a name. Thought. Finally a counterpart to the radical reigning of totalitarian surveillance, and I am glad to have a capable companion in this, one who came up with the best idea for a demo ever. Not going to tell you, it's a surprise. I can only urge you to join us in our aim to unleash this pitiful, pathetic wannabe democracy of a country from its shackles. For freedom is not free in a place where every move is observed and analyzed. Please help us make freedom free again. Knock knock, Harrison. The thoughts are free once again. We are not done yet, you and me, but first on I must turn to another. Okay. Dear Hancock, by pure coincidence. Oh, Goldfells. I stumbled upon your website. Frankly, your thinking and your attitude to get other people think alike left quite an impression on me. I'm looking for people willing to join a debate club called The Thought and think your presence could really liven up the discussion. Okay. Is this Thought a blog, an activist group, or a debate club? Perhaps all three. Yeah, it might have evolved as time went on. I don't know, you got the weird impression. Okay. O'Donnell, Harrison. Outskirts camping. Oh, yeah, there. That's where he lives then, probably. That is one ugly place, but I guess it's cheap. This guy is really judgy. Phew. Ooh. Jesus. We are the Carringtons. Is there something else there? Oh. There we go. Oh, funny, this is right around the corner from where I live. Hmm. Okay. Entry. Where should we start with all this? User Casarthis? Okay, there's nothing new here that I see. Yeah, we've already seen all of this. I guess he put it back up. Yeah, we've seen all this. Yeah. Nothing new. But it still has a thingy there though. Oh wait, can we read all of them now? No, we can't. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything new there, so I don't know why this is still there. Debate club invitation Goldfelds. Dear readers, I would kindly like to invite those who are interested to our newly founded debate club called The Thought. Our primary discussion will revolve around how people can best be made aware of a topic in the age of information overflow. First, we will brainstorm and discuss various options. Then, dependent on participation and interest of attendees, we will perform practical exercises and test sessions for empirical research. The thought meetings are scheduled to take place every Thursday night at 7 p.m. sharp. Meetings will take place at Cyber Cafe Chestnut Complex D on Stelligan campus. No registration is needed, just come by. You can also visit our blog online. We are looking forward to meeting you and to discuss a topic that is pertinent in our current day lives. Regards, Professor Abraham Goldfelds. Debate club? Ain't nobody got time for that. If I find the time after work, I might come around. We will have a wonderful guest join us at our meetings. Hancock has been theorizing ways of political engagement on his independent blog, Hancock Writing on the Wall. Yeah. For several years now, and is sure to enrich our debate sessions. Debbie, sadly, this is not an official accredited event. I'm sorry. Okay. What does that have to do with anything, Debbie? Concerned, here's the guy again. I'm not a student, only here for self-improvement, but the topic really piqued my interest. Am I able to join? My name is Nina, by the way. Concerned one, let's be honest, Hancock, let's be honest with one another, shall we? The first few sessions were not exactly full, aka fucking empty. So yeah, last thing Abe and me are going to do is give up hope. So we would be glad if you drop by next Thursday. It doesn't matter who you are, we don't care whether or not you're a Stelligan. If I'm not, just a guy with ideas who maybe is lucky enough to realize some of them soon. So Nina, you will be very welcome at Thought. Thanks for the ton of warm welcome. Nina, so there's another member we haven't even heard of yet. Well, I've heard of it. That person, I've seen them once before. I will request clearance. Yay. Nice. I know where to go next. Yeah, concerned. Nina. Concerned one. Yeah. Yes, she's a concerned one. That's why. Let's go here. Guy heard there was only a goddamn cop. All the way back to the thing I messed up organizing. Yeah. Feel like they might be more radical. Interesting, what did she do for thought that she might have messed up? Good question. Metamorphosis. What does this conflict with? Okay. And okay. Government consists only of ass-kissing motherfucking terms. Oh, wrong profile. This is July 2015 though. Hang on. Gonna have to end it soon because my throat. This is 2017. But it says until now, that is. Like this isn't the whole or the whole thing. It's like until now. No, we will carry it onto the streets of the nation, become transformed, and by that re-implanted back into the minds, an invisible idea that we shall always be truly free. So an activist group after all, and now we know who had the primary say in that. Okay, the fight for freedom will be carried into the streets starting today, and thought will be the spearhead. So this is from 2015. The government consists only of ass-kissing motherfucking turds. Ah, the beauty that it is freedom of speech. Isn't it great that in this country I can say whatever I please and no one can hold it against me? It's just my opinion and you might disagree. You shouldn't because I'm right at that, but yeah, you may. And you might as well judge me to be an asshole, and that is fine too. It isn't, as long as long as it will not have legal consequences for me. I think it is a great measurement of the amount of freedom in our country that as long as I am able to write this and there isn't any government lackey taking that statement and reporting it to some superior, we truly are free. George Orwell said, if liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. True that. With that current course towards more and more surveillance, our state of the nation's slow metamorphosis, it is inevitable that this will change one day, and it's damn well possible that that day isn't too far off at all. There must be a counterweight to this process, and the answer can only be that the thought no longer stays in our heads. No, we will carry it onto the streets of the nation, become transformed, and by it the re-implanted back into the minds, an invisible idea that we shall always be truly free. Concerned one. This is a great moment. I'm glad we finally get to action. Any plans? Who do you think I am, huh? Of course I do. We will hold a nice little proclamation where we were born. Let's piss off the so-called young elite. No offense, Abe. My friends, though I share your enthusiasm towards acquiring people's attention, I would be better to avoid Stelligan as place of any demonstration for the moment. Because of the increased student fees, the atmosphere is heated enough as it is. We might be able to get back to Stelligan later on. Oh, what a pity, but you're probably right, Abe. So what about holding a proclamation on a government building then? Sounds like a worthy first demo. I think concerned one says, I think we need to strike into the heart of the everyday people and really cause a stir. We should go for storming a Bonton Mall for a first thing. Oh. Yeah, it conflicts. I think I'll go with this one though. Government building, holy, that must be it. That is where the third bomb will be. But which one? Didn't it say? That is all? Although I know... Alright, if that's all we have, it's what we have to work with. So, let's get this interrogation thing going before we run out of time. Maybe that was the wrong thing. Maybe I should do it on the mall. I'm actually located in the same facility where Miss Watergate is being detained. I will have her moved to an interrogation room and walk across. To cover my identity, I will connect to her via an eternal hardline. Let's just hope that what you have provided gives us enough leverage over her. I will open a connection for you to eavesdrop. After all, this is your case too. Plus, we need all the possible info found in Orwell. Hold on. Hang on, I'm just gonna let's do that a little faster, because it's a little bit slow now. Here we go. Who is this? Why can't you just leave me alone? Miss Watergate, my name is Symes. Great, Symes, you can go fuck yourself. I already told the other guys everything over and over again. It wasn't me who hurt the off. We have new evidence that states otherwise, which is why you are in custody. But that's not what this is about. We are investigating the bombing at Freedom Plaza in Stelligan. I just want to ask you some questions. Cooperate, and it might reflect positively on you. Oh, you want to frame me for this as well? I must be such a busy terrorist. I was right here imprisoned while I set up a goddamn bomb at Stelligan. We know you didn't trigger the bomb at Stelligan, maybe not even the one at Freedom Plaza. We do know, however, you have been in close contact with the group called Thought. What? They have nothing to do with this. I want to talk to my lawyer right now. You mean that boyfriend of yours, Joseph Langley? My boyfriend, you know that? We know a lot about you, Miss Watergate. I don't need to call him then. Now shove off. Your defiance toward me is not advisable. I could easily drag your best friend Mary Bly into this, and then she'll end up here for question as well. You want that? Mary, you do whatever you want with her. Go ahead. That bitch is not my friend anymore. What about your parents, Bruno and Alice? They've got a nice company, don't they? Association with a criminal case against their daughter yet again could hurt them badly. Last time I was in custody, all they ever did about us was suggesting I'd leave my position as junior COO. Does that give you the impression of a picture-perfect family? Well, have it your way then. We have your confession in regards to that nasty incident with the police officer. You'll have to go through that whole process again. It's going to drag on for a long time. And where did you get this supposed confession? I never did anything. Miss Carrington stated this in a conversation with you. Have you been spying on us, you dirty little government fucker? Well, I hope you also noted that she stated this happened in defense. Indeed, we did note that. That does mean you have nothing on me. This isn't going to end well for you, Miss Watergate. Come on, don't hold back. Hit me with the nasty information you have on me. I have absolutely no obligation to tell you what we know about you. So you're bluffing. You're downright bluffing. I am not bluffing. You have nothing on me. You governmental scum. You know you're afraid. And now you're afraid. I bet you're even blushing. This will have serious consequences, Miss Watergate. I'm really not in the mood to talk to someone who is full of bullshit a second longer. Goodbye. I think because of a couple of things I gave the wrong that they seemed like friends, but they were no longer friends. I should have put that in instead. That did not go as planned, not at all, damn. Why did we have so little exploitable info on her? She was not intimidated at all. We cannot afford such failure. So what do we do now? We are running out of time and options. Evacuate just by making educated guesses. That will cause a PR disaster. We need ideas and fast, else... Oh shit. No. Oh, I allowed catastrophe. Oh no. So I could have avoided the third one? No. We could have prevented this. We could have... I know it. If only we had done things differently. I don't... Shit, there's going to be some serious fallout from this. I'll do what I can to keep us both in a job. We need to pull this group apart. Tomorrow we'll have a serious look at the remaining member, this Nina. Until then, you are dismissed. Yeah, I didn't realize how much it would affect stuff until now. Sorry. Hopefully we can do better. Was there something new here? Why is it still... Huh. Breaking news. The Circle Mall. Oh, so I should have gone with the mall. God damn it. I was like, but he's the one who's in charge of the group. I feel like he would know where stuff should go, but no. The Nina person obviously have more pull. So they did at a mall. Oh, God damn it. The Circle Mall has reportedly been attacked with an explosive device and is being sealed off by the police. Our news desk has just been informed that a detonation has occurred at the Circle Mall in Bonton. At this moment, police forces have secured the surrounding areas and are continuing to evacuate members of the public trapped inside. An emergency helicopter has been sighted at the location, along with several ambulances. It is currently unknown how many people have been harmed due to the incident. We will continue to update this report as the situation develops. Police spokespeople have advised the public to keep clear of any of the area surrounding the Circle Mall at this time. Oh, I fucked up bad, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think it's this person. They seem like the radical. Okay, let's do next day and episode 3 on person. And let's... should I log out? Are you sure you want to log out, or will remember where you left off? Yes, thank you. Okay, so I will end the first episode there. I'm guessing there will be 2 episodes that I'll be able to finish it in the next one. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for being here and watching my playthrough of Orwell. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!